Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Theoni with Thrifty Divas, and today we're going to be working on kind of a multi-grain health salad. I don't know what to call it. It's just a side dish I really enjoy making, and it's something I like to keep in the fridge at all times. So I just wanted to share it with everybody in case it's something that you may want to try. So the first thing I got going on right here is I put 1 pound of green lentils to cook, so we just got to wait for them to boil off. Over here I have finely chopped 1/2 of a red onion, and it's still a lot. And then these are the world's tiniest yams that I peeled, and then I actually microwaved them in my potato bag, which is like one of my favorite gadgets ever that I purchased off of Wish. You probably don't need a potato bag at all in life. I feel like microwaving them with a paper towel over them would probably do the same thing. But anyway, so these are still blazing hot, believe it or not. You know, you microwave them for about 5 minutes and then you check them and you see what happens. It took 5 minutes in the potato bag, so let me know if it takes longer without one. And when these cool, we're going to cut those into tiny little cubes as well to add into the salad. All right, the lentil water is boiling, and we are just going to salt this water a tiny little bit. And now we just kind of let them boil until they get tender, and we will drain them. Okay, the yams have cooled, so now we are just going to cut them into cubes. And then we're just going to continue that. I've got to separate them. It's still kind of hot. All right, and then we're just going to continue that for the rest of the sweet potatoes. Okay, the sweet potatoes are all chopped up now as well, and now we're just going to go ahead and check on those lentils, see how they're doing. All right, so they've actually been in for 15 minutes after it came to a raging boil. They've been raging boiling for 15 minutes and they're still not ready. So we're just gonna come back and keep checking. Okay, it's been a total of almost 30 minutes and they're finally nice and tender, not like overcooked, but tender. And you even see how much of the water has boiled down. You can see that line that formed on the side of my pot. I don't know if it was just the brand. I did get these from Dollar Tree, so I'm not sure. It's the first time I've ever used this brand, but now we're just going to go ahead and strain the water out of these. I'm going to use one of these little strainers. This is also from Dollar Tree, and I do know from past experience, it is a very flimsy, and with the weight of the lentils, it will bend right down. So you have to be super careful and not put that many lentils in at once. And you want to have your bowl ready that you're going to be making your salad in so that you can do an immediate transfer of the little bit that you have and then just keep doing it. And I don't think I'll be using all of these because it might just be way too much. Okay. You want to get as much water out as possible. Transfer to your bowl and repeat. And if you are using the Dollar Tree strainer, you see how I'm literally holding it with my hand because I know this handle will not support that weight. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and just use this whole pound. All right, that's the lentils. There are our cooked lentils, and now we're going to go ahead and add the onions and the sweet potatoes. instant farro that I decided to use, cooking in the microwave right now. We're going to let that cook for the 90 seconds and then we are going to let it cool off. But in the meantime, I'm just going to add some extra virgin olive oil to this and gently toss it around with a rubber spatula so that we don't mush everything up. And there's our farro. If you heard that beep. So I'm just going to continue to gently toss this up with the rubber spatula, let the farro cool, and then we'll come back, add the farro, and then add the rest of our condiments and seasonings. Now that the farro has cooled off just a tiny bit, we're going to add the whole package. We're going to add a touch more olive oil. Now all of these ingredients are going to soak up the olive oil, so we are probably going to have to put more in before serving as well. But let's finish up with what else we're going to put in here now. All right, next we are going to add apple cider vinegar. Then we are going to add some garlic powder. Salt and oregano. Okay, and now we continue to gently toss this all around. Okay, here it is, absolutely perfect. I just tasted it to make sure the seasoning was right, and it is. Other times when I have made this, I've also added some slightly blanched kale in thin little strips, but I didn't have any kale this time, so there's no kale in there. And then we're going to move on to side dish number 2 now. So to start off our second side dish, I thinly did some slices of 1/4 of an onion, and now I'm just going to go ahead and cut those in half. Okay, so that's cut in half, and next we're going to take some fresh ginger, peel it, and I'm going to try to use this for the first time ever, which is supposed to make strings. We'll see what happens. Yep, nope, that's not working, so I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to cut it super fine. So that's the ginger, the best that I could do, and then whatever I had left of some cherry tomatoes. They're a little wrinkly. I would have liked more, but I don't have any, and I don't have time to go to the store. So it is what it is. We're using what we have. So the next thing we are going to use are these are love beets. These are cooked, ready to eat beets. These are from Trader Joe's. You can use canned. I don't like the flavor. It's totally different for this. But you know, you can buy them fresh and peel them and boil them and all that, and it's a much better flavor. But so we're just going to use this, and then of course I would have liked fresh string beans, which I usually use in this recipe, but I also don't have any of those. But I do have this. So the carrots are going to be weird because I've never used anything with carrots for this. But so I microwaved these in the bag to make sure that they're, you know, cooked, thawed out, all that. We're just going to let those cool. We are going to quarter these beets or so, and we're going to have those ready as well. All right, so the first thing we are going to do, I drained the water out of this to make sure there wasn't excess water. Got a random couple of carrots in there. That's just hilarious to me. And then we're actually just going to dump all of this stuff on my cutting board into the bowl. The ginger stuck. All right. Now we're going to dress this up too, and gently also stir it, flip it around, you know, using a rubber spatula to not crush everything. So you know the drill. We're starting with tons of EVO. Get everything nice and lubed up. We are going to add salt. And And this time we're gonna go with balsamic vinegar instead of red wine because it just goes better with this whole combination. All right. And now let's go ahead and stir this up. Should have broken up those onions a little bit before I put them in here. All right. You get the gist of this. And then the final secret ingredient, which is just going to take this to the next level. Sesame oil. Oh yeah. So that's going to give it a delicious flavor. And now if it should happen to need any more saltiness upon tasting, I'm going to add a dash of soy sauce instead of salt. But I think, because that adds another level of flavor, but I think this is probably fine. So again, normally when I make this, I have more tomatoes. I use fresh beets that I peel and boil myself. And I use fresh string beans, and there's no carrots in it. So anyway, but that is side dish number 2. These side dishes get served room temp or cold. We are having skirt steak, and my mom put me on side dishes. So I said, all right, I'll take care of it. So those are the 2 side dishes, and I just wanted to give you some ideas that maybe you would like to use in the future, because I know I'm always trying to think of side dishes. So that is going to do it for today's video, everybody. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next video, stay blessed, my friends. I love each and every one of you.